Yeah, I think that he should give us just a quick too long didn't read.
Yeah, the Penrose, that was the only thing that I really, not something I'd ever really investigated very much. That was the only thing that was really new for me. I feel like there's other things that we already have that are perhaps deeper connections to the timing of when the relationship ended, for example. Things like that.
Right. Okay, well. Yeah, okay. I feel badly kind of doing this now in retrospect, but I also I think we were all on the same page, and like my Discord was discussing as this was happening, and I think for the most part everybody was kind of arriving at the same conclusion, which was like, this is interesting, but I'm not sure that this is like as revealing as we were maybe hoping.
Ross Story ran this in December. Like, other people have reported all this stuff.
Oh,
you can go. I think I posted in my Discord. It's like December 12th. Like, every detail he covered basically was in a Ross Story article already.
Yeah. No, Elite has been known for a while. That's why, early on when he started talking about that article, I was like, we talked about that article. Like, when I was talking about Vietnam and Khashoggi stuff, like, yeah, that, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, now we knew. Was there I guess maybe I was having a difficult. I'm trying to be as charitable as I can here. Maybe it was my fault that I wasn't following, but it seems to be it wasn't just me. It was.
I also think it was your fault that I wasn't following. For the record,
no, I blame RTP because I blame RTP for everything.
I personally think everything is GT's fault. Actually,
that's fair.
My opinion.
That's okay. Great.
And RTP as well.
Whoa.
Also RTP. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Can I share my 2 cents, by the way? Because I was
Please.
watching
I would love
the chat.
if you did.
I personally think that the survivors need to be centered in this, in my opinion. And I feel like people need to be handling all of this with much more care and much more compassion. And if people want to solve the issue or want to prevent it from happening again, people also need to be addressing the root causes of why, like why these things are even happening. Who is enabling these things? What type of environment is allowing these types of people to take advantage of victims, right? So I like this is what I just personally think, right? Not to discredit anyone at all. The root cause is when it comes to the dehumanization of women, when it comes to capitalism and how capitalism is able to give so much excess money to people to the point where they're able to use it to get away with even raping children. And I feel like these are genuinely like root causes and issues that people need to be addressed. Why is rape culture so normalized within society? Why does the judicial system actively fail victims at every single level? And I feel like sometimes from a lot of the conversations that I've been seeing, these things have been like largely missing because people tend to like sensationalize the Epstein files and all the people involved because they're so powerful. But that's just my opinion. Like, instead of sensationalizing it, people need to understand that there are actively like victims who are watching. 3 victims reached out to me. Victims of Epstein, right? Like 3 of them already reached out to me because they stumbled upon my lives and they started watching it and all those different things. So, I don't know, people need to be more careful and cautious and not be as careless, I guess.
Yeah. I will also, and for what it's worth, he gave us sort of his backstory, fairly fairly bluntly, and and related, his obvious connection to this. And I think that, like, as a survivor himself, I think that I think that he, I'm trying to phrase this the way that I want to, but also I'm trying to get my cat some water before she jumps off this thing. Sorry, 2,000 people. I don't know if that factors into your read of this. I don't know if that changes the perspective at all. Again, I don't know. I don't know.
If my read on this changes what perspective exactly?
Were you in there in the beginning, Kobe, when he shared his experience?
No, not really. I was like in and out, so I didn't see that part. No.
It should have come with a big old trigger warning.
Big time.
If I'm honest.
Like, speaking to the point that you made, Kobe, about, like, I mean, I know you're talking about it in like a different way of, like, you should be careful because people are watching and, like, victims are watching and stuff. I was really upset that he started this whole thing by being very graphic about his experiences. Zero warning, zero preparation for people who did not consent to hear detail. And I say that respectfully. I understand, victims of things need to talk about their experiences and share them, but I don't think you get to force that on other people who may also be victims who are listening and did not consent to hear graphic details about stuff like that, personally. And I thought it was really fucking disrespectful, personally. Sorry.
I agree, Brenna. Felt the same way. Why not more women on the panel in particular? That would have been interesting to have more of a mixed bag, so to speak.
I get that if the goal is to get as many eyes as you can, but to that end, like, that doesn't mean that you're wrong in that read. Yeah, okay. Anyone else? It's obviously, this is very, yeah, I don't know.
And to anybody saying, like, it's implied, no, it's not implied. I do think that it is incredibly important to always kind of warn your audience what you're about to read, what you're about to address. Yes, Epstein files, we know, like, everybody knows a lot of the or has heard of the fucked up shit that he has done, but still, like, you are, like, this is about consent, right? And that person, when they're joining your live, they also have to consent at every single level to continue listening to what you are saying. Consent is never implied, right? So what you're doing when you're saying trigger warning, I'm about to discuss this, I'm about to read this, you're giving people the chance to be able to either consent to staying in your live and continuing to listen to you, or say, you know what, I'm gonna need a break from this, I can't do this, and leave. So it's about, again, consent.
Right. Not wrong.
I don't feel like I properly consented to be there. It was definitely not pitched for what it was. I thought it was me and you and those two, and there would be bombshells that we'd go through redacted files. That's how it was pitched to me. So I
agree.
It was alarming at the start to, one, not be on the panel, but then two, just to, like, jump into that. It was alarming for me. I was shell shocked for quite a while.
I was teetering on the edge of staying or not. I turned my camera off and I was like, I'm not sure that I am going to be involved in this. So yeah, I agree. And again, like, having had a very similar experience where it was, I I don't need to get into this. Actually, it's not that important. I think what the fuck?
I think if y'all like good rabbit holes, he mentioned a creator that I find does really good research. Becca Day,
Incredible.
incredible.
Love Becca Day. Sorry.
If y'all want to tag her in the chat or something, follow her stuff. I trust her all day, every day of the week.
Yeah.
I've been let me brag a bit, okay? But also let me not brag. But also I've been literally mutuals with Becca Day for like a couple months now, ever since the Unfuck America tour. Yeah, let me name drop and brag. She came on my panel once and I kinda low key fangirl because I was like, oh my god, Becca Day's on my panel is what I thought.
Scared the shit out of my cat, by the way.
But listen. Anyways.
She did a full.
Yeah, that's all your fault. But anyway, as I was saying, somebody in the chat's calling me a racist. Help! What is wrong with your chat, bro?
Why do you still read the chat, dude?
Listen,
there's,
yeah.
there's 2,500 people in here.
Yeah. So, I love Becca Day, like genuinely. I even shouted her out on my live the other day when I showed a video of hers. But she's genuinely really good, like really, really good.
I was listening to this and I was like, this probably could have been a TikTok. And not to be mean, the half hour presentation that we just had through should have been a 2-minute TikTok, which is fine. Like I'm trying to be as nice as I can. And, but I think could be some constructive criticism. And I think that's, okay. Becca does really good work. It's very similar to this. If you're interested in things like this, Becca does really good stuff, I think is.
That one PayPal dude. There was this one dude, I forgot his name. He did like a whole breakdown of like the PayPal mafia and how they're involved with this island, like this capitalistic island off of the coast of like Nicaragua, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That dude was also really good. Yeah, with Peter Thiel as well, yeah.
You're talking about Honduras. You're talking about Prospera in Honduras.
Yeah, Prospera, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Stop.
No, I'm not talking about RTP, y'all.
Okay. Well, Realtor Zach, I think, a mutual of mine. Delaware's Realtor Zach guy. Is that who we're talking about?
I think so.
No big deal. We're mutuals. It's not anything big. It's not a big deal. Although, anyway, cool, great. How are you guys doing?
Can you explain your microphone? What is going on with this? What is this?
Sure. This has a magnet, and so often I just attach it to things.
Oh.
This is a portable tripod mount that I bring with me. It's not good, so don't get it.
Our RTP has mic envy.
It's just so big.
It's it's common among men. It's fine. It's just important to be gee whiz. Anyway, what else? What else can we talk about? Hey, do you guys see that they're going to start spreading Roundup on our fucking crops for fun? Do you guys see that?
Sweet.
Love that for us.
I need a new bingo card.
Wow, yeah.
Mildly
Full
safe
up.
pesticides.
It's crazy because, like, I was thinking about this in the shower. I made a video about this, but I was thinking about, like, I don't want it to be too long of a walk, but, like, recently we've seen a lot of Republicans kind of try and distance themselves from MAGA, right? On the internet. They're making, like, emo kid, theater kid videos about, like, he lost my respect, and it's just silent, and it's just words, and they're just like, I'm done, whatever. And so, like, a lot of them have come in here, and we've been talking to them about this, and like, what? And they were like, I used to be a Democrat, and then I voted for Republican just because the left it went too far left, and invariably that just means they have a weird hang up about trans people. That's it. That's all it ever. It's central to their theme, and so like I was thinking about this today, where like a lot of that. Every time I'm like, does this concern you? Does this involve you at all? Are you trans? Do you know any trans people? No. But I have a kid, and I don't want it to be pushed on my kid during drag story, whatever the fuck, right? I'm sure it's to protect the kids, and so I was sitting thinking about like, how like, in an effort to protect their children, they voted for this fucking administration, who is now going to cartoon villain style pour poison on our food, and one of whom is like deeply implicated in harming children for decades in a multinational child sex pet trafficking ring, and also still no gun control. And so like, you guys got duped so hard by this one fucking thing that you voted this nightmare evil onto the, like, you shot yourself in the fucking foot with a bazooka. And I cannot get over the fact that like the food thing really did it for me, because like, your kids eat food. Like, if you're trying to protect your kids, we probably should not have dismantled the EPA. You know, I'm spiraling about this. This one thing is really the fucking thread on this sweater that's really unraveling me. I mean, among all the other threads, but like,
GT, I was in a live last week with a couple of, I occasionally will troll right-wing spaces, and someone actually told me that food wasn't a right. That food was not a right.
Dope.
Sweet.
Dope, dude. You're right. You know what? Fuck it.
I was just gonna say, what's so frustrating is that a lot of the things regarding food actually happened during his first term, and no one really paid attention to it. Cuts to the EPA, and then changes in like what they're allowed to put in our food. If you actually go and do the deep dive into what random regulations that, like, you can hunt sleeping bears, for example. That's just the one I always talk about. But there's a lot of things that we, in terms of deregulation on food safety, to save money so they can cut taxes, of course, which we're not going to see in like one big thing, right? We're not going to see, oh, look at that, everyone's raising prices, there's huge inflation. No. This is going to be a few more recalls per year until it's a few more outbreaks per year. And but a lot of this happened in the first term, and you hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head with what you described. All this was available if you wanted to protect your kids. This was not the guy to do it. Like you said, with whether it's the mass pew-pewings or whether it's the food, like, there's so many other aspects where your child is in danger with this administration, but it's the trans people that are really
literally them preying on them. Like, yeah, but we gotta protect women's sports, you know, because otherwise it's slippery slope. The other thing that came up today in his nightmare press briefing was he kept referring to how bad the former president's deals were with Canada and trade. And it never ceases to like kill me. You did that. You're the president that you're talking about forming this deal. Like, I cannot get over the fact that nobody like stops everything and be like, you did the trade deal with Canada. And he keeps doing it. And it should be like the only thing we're talking about is that he keeps blaming other people for the bad deal that he did. And goddamn.
Well, it depends on how you look at a bad deal, because like, it's been a great deal for China. He's fucking killing it for China. They got all the trade with Canada now. So depends on your perspective there.
China is
and
woke.
Russia. And
Russia's doing great, yeah.
Russia's crushing it. Do you see they made that $100 million profit on that building they bought that is going to house? Art of the deal. Art of the deal.
Walking around cash, man. Just walking around cash.
They paid like $130 per square foot where it's like worth 80, and they just
Athena,
gave
have
it
you heard
to
about
a
this?
Russian oligarch.
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, sister. You know how they're buying concentration camps in the form of like old
Yeah.
Okay. 2 years ago, a Russian oligarch bought a disused facility in I think South Carolina, and it to the communities protest and like whatever it wouldn't.
I have hiccups. Sorry.
He wasn't able to do anything with it, and then he took the building that he bought for $28 million and sold it just now to our federal government for $128 million. 2 years, real estate is doing the opposite, and especially like retail real estate. And the person who bought it has like 1-to-1 ties to the Kremlin. So, and also not for nothing, it's in Project 25. So, what that is that like Russia was just paid $100 million of our tax money straight to the fucking to the St. Peter's Basilica.
That's actually crazy. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I'll send you a video. It's fucking insane. Jess Craven did a breakdown about this also. She's incredible.
Their loophole is that like 6 months ago he became a U.S. citizen, so he's like, "Look, I'm not Russian anymore." He's just like always been, and he still lives half the time in Russia. He's like, "I changed my citizenship.
I am from New Jersey." Sorry, that was a little too much Borat, but like,
Go Yankees!
Go Yankees! No, I like American Pie. Still too Borat. I gotta tone it down. Anyway, that's fucking nuts, dude. And it's
That's
just
supposed to be a Russian accent?
leave me alone.
Oh
The point is, it's fucking insane what we're doing. Like, and again, the even more sinister part of that is they're gonna make that a prison for probably me and other creators who they're now keeping track of, talking about them on the internet. So. That's fine. Everything's fine. They're deleting the files, by the way. They're deleting the files in which the person that sits behind the Resolute desk. Look at, I have to like talk in code. The person that sits behind the Resolute desk, the accusations made by credible witnesses about them specifically, they are removing the files from the searchable database.
Allegations, by the way, that have been used to convict others, but apparently they're not credible enough to, for MAGA to believe it against their boy.
What have they actually convicted others? You mean Jeff?
Yeah,
himself?
Ghislaine, that recent information that came out recently that was gathered by Richard, I think it's Sullenberger, who did a great breakdown on this on Substack. They interviewed this person 4 times. The FBI found her credible enough that they used information in those statements to convict Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, I was just checking. I was like, there's not enough convictions in there for that.
I know, right?
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, I've been downloading the files, by the way. I've been downloading like everything. So I have found files that, that were there, but, sorry. These damn hiccups. Sorry. I'll go on mute.
It sounded like a baby hiccup. That's crazy.
Like a little baby hiccup. I'm MAGA. Can I come up? I don't believe you. You can, but yeah, sure. I'm gonna mute Brenna as she's, I guess, repairing a trash compactor. I don't know what that was. What's up, man?
Hello, sir. I just wanted to say that Mike W is the man. Go, Mike W. Go, Mike W.
Feel very uncomfortable.
Shut the fuck up. No one's talking to you, bitch.
My God.
I've never been more comfortable.
Don't you do...
Shut up. Shut up, you fucking child. You bitch ass. Shut up. Shut
Is
up,
he
man.
pledging RTP's frat?
Let's just focus up real quick. Hang on.
Focus up.
Hey, yeah, all right. Let's talk, man. What's going on? What's wrong with your day that you're like this?
Tighten up, big dog. Can I ask you a question? When you wore your...
Why are you breathing so heavy? Were you getting excited? Did you when you clicked on to request? Did your heart start racing? You get that
Yeah, I'm
little
beating-
shit, that fucking adrenaline. You're like,
I'm
I'm gonna be a fucking misogynist to a woman right now, and that makes my little pecker
I'm beating my meat.
tingle. Yeah, exactly. dude.
Gooning hard right now, boy.
Why are you breathing so hard?
I told you I'm beating my meat right now, bruh.
Okay. That sounds pretty small to me. I don't know. That sounds
Big enough.
the frequency with which he was doing that. It's like a very the distance.
He was hitting the bass really often.
The distance is not that impressive. I'm going to be honest.
He was making
All right.
some good points though.
Raw dog for the win.
You do raise some good points, actually. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, we're fucked. I don't know. That's the best they got. Hey, this is. I'm just curious. Any Republicans in here? 2,500 people in here. 2,400 people. I was rounding up. Any Republicans want to come talk to us? There's a meeting of liberal cuck minds, dude, and you can just
I'm a
ask us
leftist, but also
leftist cuck minds.
yeah. But actually, before I drop, I was about. Oh my God! Let me go drink
Bye.
water.
Yeah, we'll just.
I wanted to address the one thing before you bring up a real conservative. The one point where you said, "Oh, they elected someone, to protect children or whatever." No. They elected someone. They pretended that they elected him to protect children. The whole thing of like, oh, we have to save the children is manipulation 101. I know you know this, Jesus, but I'm like, they elected him so they could be racist and misogynistic and bigoted, homophobic, transphobic, whatever they want. But if you hide
the
it
auspices
under the auspices of protecting children, because that's the best get out of jail free card, where you're just like, no, you can't call me a bad person because I want to save the children. And that's, that's it. They're pieces of shit. They never cared about children, as evidenced by the fact that so many of them are convicted for doing the opposite to that, like,
Yeah.
it's all bullshit.
But Brennan, 20 cents in gas. I mean, come on.
The Dow, though. Have you seen the Dow recently? It's fucking super high.
I don't know how that's not what we're talking about.
That's all we're talking about. Booyah.
Yeah.
Love
Can
the
you hear
name.
me?
What's up, man? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a Republican. So
Oh, damn.
the last guest was kind of my last straw. I got to be honest with you. I've been a lurker for many years. I sit and watch guys like you, day after day, week after week, sit and debate idiots like that, and it frustrates the hell out of me because you're not moving the needle at all doing that. Right? We need guys like you to, get out of the chair. I hate to say it, but get out of the chair and start stepping on these motherfuckers that are walking all over our constitutional rights. Right? I watch guys like you and I keep thinking they're going to make a difference. Right? I've got dozens of people like you that I follow, and I keep thinking, they're going to do something, and then every time I get in a live like this, I get so disappointed and so frustrated that because you just keep talking to these morons that it makes no difference. It's not moving the needle, right? In the meantime, we got Republicans out there that are shitting on us on a daily basis, and they're walking all over us. They're destroying our goddamn country. And we need people like you to get out there and start wiping these guys out. This is not.
What do you?
helping.
Are you being like hyperbolic? You mean literally?
Literally, yes.
What are you doing?
I'm not.
Are you
what
walk-
you're doing. I don't.
Are you
know.
walking around being violent?
No, absolutely.
Is that what
not.
you're saying that I need to be doing?
No, absolutely not.
So let's clarify. When you say wiping them out, That's what I asked you. I
Wait,
said, "Are you
so-
being
so-
hyperbolic?" And you
so-
said no.
No. I mean, when I listen to a guy like, I think you're super intelligent, you're really smart, you got all the right values. But sitting here every night in a live isn't doing anything. Is my point. I'm trying
First
to
of
get
all,
to. Maybe I'm
first of
saying
all-
it wrong.
First of all, disagree. I know that it does because I've gotten messages, endless messages, being like, "I fucking hated you, and you are singularly the reason." And
Oh,
I'm
sure,
sure,
absolutely.
I'm sure,
I have
I'm
no
not.
doubt you're
Hey
making-
man, wait a second. I just let you fucking shit on
I'm
me
sorry.
for
I
6
wasn't-
minutes straight.
That's not what I was doing. But go ahead.
Cool. I know that I've gotten those messages. I would bet you my left testicle that each and every one of these people have received similar messages. And to sit here and say, like, before this, I was turning left in spandex, right? The tools at my disposal are different than other people's tools at their disposal, right?
Sure.
I'm using what I have to do what I can.
Understand? Absolutely. I get
Right.
that.
I'm outside also. Famously, I like go and try and make a difference where I can. I raise money for like my community where I need to. I'm not trying to be defensive, but like it is fucking reductive to sit here and say these conversations don't move the needle. How the fuck do you think all those people got like that? By listening to people that they think are doing the right thing. And if there is not a counterweight to that, then they're just gonna hear the shitty fucking opinions of the right. And so if my only fucking worth here is to just be the counterweight, then I'm at least doing something.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I totally agree with you. You are doing something. That's not my point. And maybe
You said many times you're not doing shit.
No.
So I would just
that's
like
not
to.
that's not the way I meant
Okay.
it. Sorry. So said it the wrong way. Maybe my message is incorrect.
Okay.
I absolutely 100% respect you and everyone else like you that's doing what you're doing.
Okay.
The point I'm trying to get at is we need you guys to do more than just do this message on TikTok, because it's not really, sure, you reach people. Don't take it the wrong way. But people.
Got it. Okay.
Can I jump in a second, GT? Because he said two magic words, and this thing that I've been working on called the Do Something Tour. Of all things, I am going on the road for 2 months to try to talk to as many voters as possible to get people re-engaged. I've been promoting it on my lives every single day. There's a link to it in my link tree. I'm so tired of the fucking pretension. Like, what the fuck is he doing? What the fuck is he doing?
Like not to play devil's advocate, but like I understand the frustration, and like we through a combination of luck and talent have built our own little carved our little platforms out of this hellscape and other hellscapes, and like with that comes a certain responsibility and also expectation from people who don't really, and like I understand where that's coming from, but I also think that like it is not I understand where that's coming from. It's not a fully formed not observation, condemnation. It's not a fully formed like critique. That's what I'm thinking. So,
Where
but
do you live?
just to repeat himself. No, I'm sorry, RTP, but like if at the end of my explanation, the refrain is just do more. Okay, sick. I'm on it. I don't know what else you would like me to do. I'm doing what I can right now. RTP.
Yeah, you're in Colorado, right? Mm-hmm. If you looked out your window, how many people are outside, do you think?
0.
Maybe getting your ass on the street isn't super useful.
I'll just go. Yeah, no. There's a guy that walks up and down my block every once in a while. I'll just scream at him.
But he also, I mean, he does go and march. You do, you show up on the street. You also go and do like actual direct, mutual aid and whatnot.
Like I appreciate you, Brenna, and like I try not to appear I do
understand. Yes, you can't.
I
Let
understand
us-
where this is coming from.
Let
but
us
it's also,
be right, but you know, to this, I think we've all had some iteration of this conversation, and we've all like developed our iteration of the response, which is like, cool. Yes, we agree. People should be doing things. Everyone has a different role, you know, to play. Everyone has a different set of skills, a different set of like resources, a different set of access, a different amount of time. And, you know, content creators, as much as you may feel having an audience and speaking to that audience and showing things to that audience, whatever is not enough, that's fine. You can feel that way. But, you know, yes, like to come in here, you know, I love that the guy in the chat was also saying like the only thing I have time to do is to support financially. Now that's true for a lot of people. That's absolutely true for a lot of people. And like personally, I'm never gonna shame someone for being like, I can do this, I can't do that. Fine. But my dude, you also came up on this panel and started talking about how much time you spend watching GT's lives and how much you love him. So to me, it sounds like you have a lot of time on your hands. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you physically need to be out on the street. And I assume, you know, I think you're acting as though GT has all this time on his hands because he's live streaming right now. This is his job, right? This is time that is his job. Please, like, I'm not trying to shame you. I know GT's getting a little antsy. I'm not saying you shouldn't be in here watching the live or anything, but like, you know, we can all do things from home. A lot of us are. To be complaining and whining that other people are not doing enough, while also understanding that you don't have time to do everything yourself, is in and of itself, like, we all understand not everyone has time to do everything and everyone has a different role to play. And you understand it because you are giving yourself that liberty or that, you know, that grace. You're granting yourself grace to not be able to do everything all the time.
I think we should all just fucking move on. What I will say, I think the other thing to address here is that like, I'm desperate to talk to level-headed, not mush-brained fucking morons. I ask every night to have people who aren't that guy to come up and to explain to me their fucking positions. I don't know what the aversion is for me to have these people on. It's like pulling teeth and seemingly other people have like get those guests up with ease. Maybe it's my nature. We can chalk it up to me not being a very gracious host sometimes, but it's also like I am not trying to troll the bottom of the depths of hell, but it tends to be those are the people that want to fucking come talk. It's just like the like ardent, shitty fucking people who are in this moment somehow still proud of their decision. And I get that is becoming less and less popular, thankfully, but like I look at the prompt. I'm not asking for idiots. I'm not asking for like ardent racist transphobes. I'm asking for you normal fucking people, and they don't come in. So like to that point, I just said like, you know, anyway, we don't have to fucking talk about this.
I think regular Republicans is not really a thing anymore because Trump's approval in the Republican Party is still over 85%. It's absurd. Whatever. Obviously, he's tanked with independents, which is.
No, I don't think it's that high.
It's not.
No, I don't think so.
He's still super popular with the Republican Party. But even
I don't think so at all. I think. Yeah.
I'll just take a look. But
I think it's 60%, but it's also. Yeah.
I was just gonna say he's been shaping the Republican Party around him. It's not like there's a plethora of Thomas Masseys who have like an ideology and they'll stick to it regardless of who the leader is. Most of them have just bent the knee to whatever Trump wants. Sure. So like who are real Republicans supposed to be supporting here? They've got like 3 people total.
That's a great question. I mean, it's yeah, I don't know. I guess that's a good point. I don't know. The encouraging figure is the 38% of overall approval rating, which is representative of like a fleetingly small group of people, including his base. So I think that like it is becoming harder and harder, and I don't know if it's worth anything or if it's purely anecdotal, but like the most vocal sort of Trump supporting people I've ever seen have just this week been making videos about how they are disillusioned and how they are done with this and how they've been lied to and like all this, and like maybe it's my algorithm just trying to serve me some hope core. And maybe it is not representative of a larger swath of his base, but like maybe that's who I should be requesting, people who have become disillusioned, and I should find another word for that so that it's easier.
And independents too, and independents are leaving him in truckloads.
Yeah.
So that's a big voting block that we probably don't talk about enough. I think it's the single largest voting block we have. Registered independents, and that's always they're always deal makers and deal breakers.
True. Well, which is fucking insane at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we're just now seeing a little bit of a dip in terms of his core support, but as for over the course of the past year, registered independents and young voters particularly shifted back crazy in their support. Like, I mean, it's going to be tough for me to forgive men under 25, but if you poll them now, it's a huge difference from January of 2025.
Rob, you are not getting a lot of a warm welcome here from the chat, but I don't know you, so I'm going to give you a shot.
Yeah, you've debated me before. I think you lost. You probably kicked me off. And I debated Dean and Parker last night. And
I think that word gets thrown around.
Yeah, they're afraid to debate me.
Sure. What I know about those two guys is that they're afraid to debate people. So what do you want to talk about, Rob?
Hardly anybody will debate them. They're all a bunch of...
What do you want to talk about, Rob?
Okay, well, you're the host. You can tell me.
No,
I can talk about anything. I know more about anything than anybody on the whole panel.
Okay, sick. I'm so excited that you said that. Just pick...
About...
Rob.
Menses.
Rob, I know Rob. Rob, this is Lysandra.
Hey, what up?
Okay, guys,
Whoa.
Rob, I know, this is crazy. I ran an open mic here in Atlanta, and Rob would come all the time. Yeah. Rob?
Yes, you need to come watch me
Come back?
at the Punchline.
All right, yep.
Okay.
What are you trying to debate about, Rob?
Anything and everything.
Menstruation.
Menstruation, for or against?
Are we talking the menstrual cycle or?
Yeah, there you go.
I don't care. I will.
No thoughts?
I will do. No matter if she's on her menstrual cycle.
We all knew what that's
I knew it.
No,
knew that's where it was going.
Yeah.
Knew it.
You know the Prince song, the Little Red Corvette? Baby,
You
you're
know a
much
lot about
too
this, hey?
fast. Yes, that's the best time. Actually, back when I was in high school.
That was the last time you had sex? I get it.
No, that's that was a perfect time. I mean, I know that sounds kind of weird, but
Yeah, it sounds extra fucking weird, actually, in retrospect.
Rob is in the Epstein files.
No,
Hey,
different
Yes,
text.
he is.
no, I bring
Rob,
tolerance
will you-
and equality everywhere I go.
Inequality.
And yes,
Inequality.
no, equality.
Oh, and
Yes.
equality.
Yes, tolerance and equality. Yes, I support
Tolerance.
Bill Cosby times 1,000.
Tolerance, inequality doesn't make a ton of sense. You support Bill Cosby times 1,000, huh?
Yes,
Rob,
I mean,
do me
30
a favor.
years later, y'all are
Rob, do
talking
me a
about
favor.
the Epstein files.
Do me a favor, Rob. Give us you do the open mic. Give us like a tight Give us a tight 3. Start a set.
Go to my.
No,
I just
We're-
put a
you're talking
video.
right. I'm just
on-
giving you an opportunity
and you
to
can watch
give us.
me
Be
do my
funny,
set
Rob.
last.
Be
Sunday
funny,
night.
dude.
Dude, I'm hilarious. I could watch me. You'll laugh your ass off. You will.
I am laughing my ass off, but
You know,
not.
the good thing about Rob is my favorite thing, and he knows this because I say this every time he gets off stage, is that at least he doesn't drive himself. He does get ride shares.
Yes, I.
Why is that?
The last time I drove, I had a seizure, and
Oh.
it was the luckiest day of my life because I was
I wasn't
drunk as
referencing
hell.
that. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, and I
He was drunk.
had narcotics, but I've been sober for 5 years now.
Great.
Not
Yes.
from alcohol,
And
Rob.
oh yeah, well, alcohol I don't count. Yeah, I'm like Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't count alcohol.
addict.
And yeah, but I've been sober off the bad shit. So anyway, I had a seizure and drove through this dude's house in a U-Haul, and the dumbass that I was driving home, he ran. And
Yeah, he's the dumbass.
yeah, and he got arrested.
He was. Yeah.
and went to jail. I didn't even like him. The only reason why I was driving him home was because I didn't want him hanging around.
Rob, who'd you vote for?
He's honestly funny. I don't know why everybody isn't laughing. This is he's killing right now. This
Yeah,
is
it's a pretty good
incredible.
Hey, Rob, I got a question. I heard a rumor about something you said yesterday
What?
What's
about
that?
some fantasies that women have about you.
That was just one girl, but I'm sure woman.
Rob, come on, man.
Turn your. He's trying so hard. Turn your. Yeah.
There it
yeah,
is.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh my God, this jump scare, Rob. How you doing? Rob, do you miss me? And Smith?
Sandra, I'm genuinely scared for your safety sometimes.
It's great. You look sweaty with no sweat. I don't know how to explain that, but somehow
Just
you're
moist.
like
Moist.
dry
I think
but
it's the
sweaty.
This
Get
is
it.
the second time I was deprived of consent tonight.
Oh God, dude, I'm not sure that I'm allowed to laugh. Oh fuck. Okay. Golly.
Rob, can you tell them a story?
How did your mic stop working? Wait, hang on.
Are you muted?
Oh, he muted himself.
No, I think I muted him. Here you go, Rob. Sorry.
Yeah, so I drove the U-Haul through the dude's house,
Okay.
Tell us a
and
different story.
this was about 3:00 in the morning, and I thought for sure I am going to jail. I'm on probation, and I've got narcotics on me. I'm drunk, and I just had a seizure. But the cops, they come up there, like 3 or 4 of them, and all of a sudden, I'm like, the dude comes out of his house, and he's all, oh, going freaking out, and what happened to the rest of the people up here?
Was that man a Chihuahua? What would you? Who yells like that?
Oh,
That
okay.
guy, the guy who got his house driven through by a U-Haul came out
Yeah,
all
and I
crazy.
hit his brand new Camaro. I mean, I
Yeah.
felt bad.
He was a real dick coming out like that.
I thought, no, he came out and he was actually pretty cool, all things considered. And I thought, yes, I'm going to jail, no doubt about it. And I had my hands out like, okay, you're going to put me in handcuffs. And the cop comes back and gives me a failure to maintain lane warning.
You weren't in your lane. That's true. You did miss your lane.
Yeah.
That house is not in that lane.
Yeah, and
That's
and this was on a main highway, and I mean a main road, and the houses were like 100 yards apart with woods in the middle, and I couldn't believe how that happened, but I walked down to my Lucky gas
Remember
station.
Booyah from like a little earlier?
Yeah,
he
and
was like,
I'm not even joking. My Lucky gas station, where I walked in
it's like this doesn't move the needle, man.
when I was like 16
Talking to these idiots
years old,
just doesn't move the needle.
and I was voted to be the sacrificial lamb.
Hey, Rob, I'm giving you the light, okay? Can you just wrap it up?
Rob, can I ask a question?
Wrap it up.
I think I'm
this-
seeing the light.
Yeah, don't give me the light. I mean, everybody.
I've been
Rob, can I
timing
ask you a
You've been
question?
going
Yeah,
too
gives
long.
me
You've
the
been
light
timing my
times 1,000. You'll cause me to have another Caesar, Lysandra.
Oh, now you're blaming me. Why don't you tell him about the blow up doll you have?
Wait, Rob, is this
Oh,
story?
my
this,
inflatomate.
Rob, is this story the car wreck? Is this how you lost your upper lip? Is that the end of the story?
Inflatomate?
Yes,
Is that trademarked?
I'm never going to sleep now.
have got-
Inflatomate.
I have got an inflatomate dude just to prove that I'm not a homophobe.
Wait,
I know that you would probably want to go gay with me if I was gay. Wouldn't you, good?
I'm in,
Me?
Rob. Let's do
I'm
it,
in
Rob.
too. Thruple. Let's go.
Damn, dude. You just pulled all these dudes. That's nuts. Wait. Pause. You got to blow up dude to prove that that might be funny. I think that's actually a funny joke.
I told you he was funny. He's actually
That's-
funny.
Yeah, I got a black inflatomate to prove I'm not racist too.
No, not
mind.
funny. Stupid.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should quit while you're behind, Rob.
I have said it's all
Everybody
pink on
right.
the inside since I was like 12 years old.
He said
No,
everything's
not
pink on
funny.
the inside is what he said. Rob, because one of my favorite things about Rob is that every time he would go up on stage, he would admit at least a misdemeanor. And that was one of my favorite things, just to get to know about him. He would always start mid-story, and then we'd pick up on some new facts. And one time he described the inflatomate as just a person, and we were concerned that he had just somebody, but then it turned out to be the inflatomate.
Is
What
the
was I related-
inflatomate the one woman who wants that thing about that you were saying yesterday?
Oh, yeah, you saw me on Dean's Alive, didn't you?
I didn't see you. I don't waste my time watching people like that.
Yeah, you do. You secretly.
No, I got word about what you said, Rob.
Yes, that was just one woman that was my ex-girlfriend.
The inflatomate. Before you left her for the male inflatomate.
I think we should move on.
No, she, okay, I'm not even going to say it now because
Correct.
Isn't a bit
it's already
bad.
been built up too much. But if you go to my page or whatever it's called and watch my video I just posted of me doing stand-up, I tell the whole story.
Did he say that? Women daydream about.
No. Not in this last live that I did. I don't tell the story.
Rob, do me a favor. Never mind.
Drink some water, Rob.
Yeah, preferably out of something other than the toilet this time.
Bye, Rob.
That's crazy. I got a text from Brenna with the context of what he said, and yeah,
Selma.
I've hit people for less. Anyway, ugh. So yeah, that's just another regular Republican that we get to talk to here on my fucking. Anyway,
So Rob.
you've met that guy in real life?
Rob would come to my open mic at Smith's Old Bar. It's RIP. It's closed, so no, it's not like I'm saying where I'm going to be every Wednesday. But Rob would come to my open mic every week, and I would let him come up, and then I would take notes of his stories, and then I would roast him immediately afterwards. It's kind of one of my favorite parts of the show, to be honest with you. But I kept him in line. So I would have to. I had a lot of boundaries.
You were gentle parenting him through that entire interaction. That seemed like
That's
a comfortable place for you to be. Old hat, even. You were, yeah.
Well, I don't have. People are asking me to spit in his drink. Well, I don't see him anymore. I don't run an open microphone.
Can't do it anymore.
I know. How's he not in prison? Well, because probably white privilege, man. Because he keeps getting into bad things and getting out of it.
What's crazy is like I had a seizure while high on drugs, which is why I crashed my U-Haul truck into that guy's house. That's a very convenient time to have a seizure. Not that I'm not that we don't believe Rob, the very normal person, but like if I were gonna say that I have a seizure, it would probably be when I was actively doing a DUI and I crashed into a house with the U-Haul truck.
Yeah.
Right?
I was just listening, and then I heard that voice, and my mother, oh, no, because he always used to say that he went on Dean's lives, and he would own Dean and Parker.
Yeah, they always say that though. They're like, we own. Why? They're afraid to debate me, and I'm like, that's never ever been true. It's never once been true.
Yeah. Anyway, that's fun. Anyway, okay, thanks for letting me up. I gotta go to sleep. Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
I gotta run too. Thanks for having me. Good trouble.
Team, I'm gonna shut it down anyway. I think we're getting late. I'm glad that we had a little bonding experience tonight. RTP, goodbye. Dan, facts still matter. Pickles, a pleasure as always. Good to see you.
Thanks, GT. Appreciate it. Good to see you guys. Have a good night.
Thanks, dudes.
All right.
Baby. All right, you nerds. Oops, sorry.
I can drop myself if you'd like.
I'm
hands-free right
you
now.
don't have to go right yet.
Oh, I don't have to go.
I figured we cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway. My poor cat. I gotta get her better. Can I just tell you, is AK K9's in here? We've been chatting about my cat. This is why my brain, they're putting me in touch with a second opinion. But through some sleuthing, this person that was like prank calling me, I should show you this. This is my prank call list. See this? It's just the same person that just calls me 4, 5, 6 times a day, every day for the last week.
There's gotta be a setting to turn off.
It is. But I was like, incidentally, they were like, hey, what's the number? And I sent them the number, and they said, this is his full name. This is where he works. Whatever. And so he called me today on that live, which was very funny because I took the phone call mid-live as that whole thing was going on. And I was like, what's up, Jordan? And he was like, you don't care about this guy, right? I'm like, you work at AWS as a cybersecurity guy, right, Jordan? And he goes, and I go, I have your information. I'm going to forward it to the police in your town, which I also have, if you don't fucking stop this instant. And then he hung up. So we'll see. I don't know if he continues, but I'm happy to fucking ruin your day, Jordan. You piece of shit. You weird little man. Anyway.
How did AK, just with the number? I thought the number was like a spooch number or something. They have special cyber tricks.
People are really good at the internet. There was one time where I was on Wi-Fi years ago, and I was talking, and I was like, yeah, in this house. And the guy was like, you don't own that house. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, I know that house is rented. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, this is who it's rented by. And this is where it is exactly on the map. And like, I can tell that because I have your IP address. And I was like, that's sucks. So people are fucking really good at, and also terrifying. So
yeah, that's what, like I said, everyone has a VPN or should, guys. Did they figure that out with a VPN?
Yeah. VPN's like, again, like that's one step. People are good enough that they just.
So why do we have VPNs? Why are we all fucking paying?
Because for most people, it's like enough to mask you enough. Anyway, I don't mean to say, but the moral of the story is that I was able to like just scare this guy the same way that he's been trying to scare me for like a week and just be like, I know your address.
That's beautiful.
I know your mom's name. I know your daughter's name. That's a little too much. I didn't say either of those things, but I was like, I know who you are, and the police are gonna fucking.
I love that. I did that once to one guy who was making threats against me because I found him. I think I might have told you this. I found him, even though he was like an anonymous account sort of thing. He had accidentally linked one account to another, whatever. Went down the fucking rabbit hole, found his like full name, looked him up. He had gone viral for threatening his ex-wife with a pew-pew and, and her, like, the person, her lover, whoever, whatever. So he was, like, on probation or out on bail for this for stalking and harassing, so, whatever. And he was just threatening me constantly. And I just was like, is that a threat? Like, Chris?
Yeah.
Blocked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What's up, man?
What's going on?
How are you?
Good. So I heard about that little event that you attended this evening earlier today, and I had no idea what it was. And I said, "Oh, that's some pretty good creators that I have a nice relationship with. Let me go check it out." And I just left thoroughly confused after about 30 minutes. How it started, what was being presented. I thought there might be some interaction with some people on the panel. There didn't seem to be any interaction. So I was just confused as many of you were. And again, some of that information was already out there. So it's just not what I was expecting. It's not really what was being advertised, I don't think. So good for you all sticking around and sticking through it. And not being too harsh for the creators that hosted it. But yeah, I don't know. I just left.
We were all on the same page. We all kind of came over here to sort of debrief again as nice as we could. But that is exactly what our conclusion was. It was a non-zero amount of work, but it was not sort of what it was billed. And I think that it was probably built that way for the sort of like prestige of all of those people getting in a room together. And he said as much starting, which was just like, I've been in these spaces a lot over the last couple of years, and like it's been really important to me, and like it's it's how I met all these people, and like that tracks, but the rest of it didn't. And so like if I were going to harassment and bullying, damn, live restricted for, oh my God.
Is it only 10 minutes? You should be good.
Yeah, but it's never 10 minutes. It always stays for the rest of the night. Anyway, yeah. How did that happen? What the fuck?
I don't know.
We were bullying Rob too much? Maybe that was it.
I don't think so.
Anyway,
I just wanted to say Covey nailed it too. I think the victims get lost in this, and I try to say that on my live too. We have an attorney general that wouldn't even look the survivors in the face while she was being grilled by Congress members, and we get so wrapped up in who the billionaires that are involved in this thing, the Les Wexners, obviously the Trumps, all the big names that people that have already been revealed. And I think we don't focus on the survivors enough and actually seeking justice and listening to their experiences and giving them whatever support that they need. And now you look at Virginia Giuffre or Giuffre, however you say her last name, and you're seeing what's happening with Andrew. And she was called a liar for so long by everybody, by Prince Andrew, by Dershowitz, by, pretty much everyone in the team. And it seems that obviously she's very credible and her experiences are real ones, and I think a lot of these survivors, they're just not getting the attention and support that they need. So I think that is a very important point that we need to continue to focus on as we talk about this stuff.
True. As somebody in here who I've had plenty of good conversations with, who I was even just considering bringing up just now, is just like saying Virginia's a liar. Yeah, like that's the sort of like you hear women. Like, first of all, the courage it takes to like speak truth to this level of power is fucking insane. And you hear like stories of women recounting their abuse, and then like millions of emails and documents being released to like effectively just absolutely prove without a shadow of a doubt that what you were saying was true, enough that the Prince of England was stripped of his title and arrested. Okay, all of those things happened, and then we have a chuckle fuck mouth breather who's like, she's lying, like that. Even through all of this, men still don't believe women, and I fucking, that makes me violent. That makes me fucking angry and violent.
Yeah, that's crazy. As a man, I feel the same way. And like you said about Andrew, I mean, he was stripped his title. That's the first time a member of the royal family has even been investigated or, arrested since 1640.
Yeah.
I think so. That tells you what a big deal that is.
Yeah, she must be lying.
Yeah, and then, you're hearing, excuses that, well, nobody has directly accused Trump of anything. I keep hearing this. And, well, none of the survivors have directly accused any big profile names outside of Virginia Giuffre because nobody's actually talking to the survivors in the Department of Justice,
And to be clear, he was mentioned by name a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah,
So,
There
are direct accusations against him.
Yeah, he has. But I'm just saying that's the argument that is being made from people on the other side, and it's insane because they don't dig deep enough. But he has absolutely been mentioned, even if you go through the files. Now there are allegations, but he was mentioned 38,000 times in that file drop.
I think your mic's covered a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah, much better. No, not at all. I think that, but there are also sworn affidavits of the, so like under penalty of perjury, people went and said this stuff.
Yeah.
You don't go do that on a Tuesday and so, feel free to stay if you want, Haverkin, but Holland said that they are a Republican or conservative, excuse me. You just wanted to, have a convo.
Yeah. Thanks for having me up, first and foremost.
Welcome.
I've been a long-time follower, even though I am a conservative. I know it's like, oh no, I'm a traitor to my type, but I do highly respect what you do, and I do love your content. So thank you again for bringing me up. I just wanted to come up and say, you wanted to have a real conversation with someone who is a, quote, real Republican. I'm not a Trump supporter. I've never voted for Donald Trump in my life. I will never vote for Donald Trump in my life. I voted Democrat the last 3 elections because of him. And
I don't know how to break this to you.
Go ahead.
You're a Democrat.
I know. In a way, yes. I guess you could say that. I'm still registered as Republican, and I still do have my values on the conservative side.
Sure.
If you want to get specific, I do believe in gun rights to the point of what the Second Amendment is, what was there for what is labeled in the Constitution of why that amendment is there. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's a free pass to go around in the street carrying a gun and mowing down random innocent civilians, like ICE agents, for instance.
Okay, keep going. I don't want to interrupt you, but I think that you and I would align on that as a bleeding heart leftist also.
Yeah, I would love to know what you think the Democrat position on that is that isn't that.
It depends, because I have heard arguments from people who are Democrats, who are, vote blue no matter who are very diehard liberal, very socialist in aspects, who are like, get rid of all guns. And it's like, well, yes, because, there's problems like mass shootings and these horrific events that happen that we've kind of, as a society, and I say we very loosely, have sort of normalized in the last couple of years. I don't believe in those kind of things, but I do believe in the fundamental right that we as people should be able to defend ourselves should the need arise.
I would love to just point out that the need has, in my estimation, absolutely arisen.
Absolutely.
And so, what do we see in the face of this need? Nothing. Yeah. And so, and I think, the Constitution being a living, breathing document, when they wrote this, they could not have foreseen the sort of epidemic that we've been living through for the last 30 years with school shootings and mass shootings in this country versus every other civilized gun-owning country in the world. And I would imagine that had they had the foresight, they would have written it differently. And also, they probably didn't understand when they were writing this by candlelight. What tyrannical government meant was lining up in a row in a field and just hoping you didn't get shot the first time and making it through the fourth round, and not drones. You know, like it's a completely different like idea of what this looks like. And so it's a very interesting time, because like this conversation of we need these guns to stand up to a potentially tyrannical government, like we have that kind of right now. And we have unidentifiable masked men causing brutality in our streets, and no one is using their Second Amendment to stop it.
Well, if you ask certain reporters for a certain network that we don't talk about, they say that Alex Preddy did that very thing. That he was brandishing his weapon, that he was threatening the lives of officers, which was not true. We saw the video.
Sure.
He did not have that gun in his hand, and they took it off of him.
Try.
They still did what they did. Yep, exactly. So I do agree with you on that point. It's one of those. What can you really do in that particular? No, please interrupt me.
I agree with you. Fundamentally. I'm a carrying a member of the American. If I look at situations like other countries that have. I mean, we're different. It's a different culture, but like cultures change, and I look at other countries with much stricter gun control laws and much more favorable gun death outcomes everywhere. And even in microclimates in America with stricter gun control affecting positively gun deaths in America, you can look at every leading city, every leading state. What the fuck? Oh, Trump trash. Oh my God, it was from him. Anyway, I got a violation again. And almost universally, the top 10 most dangerous places are states and cities with little to no gun registration. I think I'm gonna have to restart my life or end it, because I'm just getting constantly. I'm really sorry.
Violations.
Yeah, it's just.
No,
it's. I think it's
again,
all.
Thank you for bringing me up.
I hope. Listen, would you do me a favor? Just come back another night.
Yeah. I have a question
absolutely.
for you.
I'm usually here pretty much any night.
Okay, great. Okay, appreciate you, Brad. I'm sorry. We're just gonna. I think we're just gonna bag it, because I'm just. It's late, and also we're just gonna. African, really good to see you, dude. Thanks for hanging out.
You too. Thanks for
Appreciate
coming
you.
up, man. Keep doing the work. Brent, I just followed you. I've seen you in here a few times, but I pop in. I shut off from politics usually after like 9 p.m. Just my mind's not take it.
We love a self-aware dude. That's great.
I have
Appreciate
to.
you.
Appreciate you. And Brenna, great meeting you. Keep doing the work.
Thanks, dude.
Yep.
I wanted to just ask. I know you're gonna bag it.
I just don't. We're gonna lose the account. But yes, go ask. Ask quickly.
Well, it was just because he said that he's not a Democrat because he hears some Democrats say that they want to ban all, these things. And I just wanted to say, well, okay, what Democrat politician says that? And also, is there a belief that any Republican has that you disagree with? Have you heard any Republicans say anything ever that you disagree with? Cool, but you still consider yourself a Republican? Like, to say that you're not a Democrat because you don't think all pew-pews should be banned is a little, and a couple of Democrats feel that way, or self-described Democrat, doesn't mean that that's what the Democratic Party is for or stands for.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
whatever.
I don't know. I think that I'd love to talk to him more. I think that there's a good conversation to be had. I think that he's basically I would like more people that voted for Trump recently or voted Republican recently, like in the last decade. Mm-hmm. But that's the only joke that I was making about him not being a Republican anymore. But like, I understand the conservative values. Like, we could definitely hash that out. But like, ultimately, that's what, like, that's this sort of. I mean, again, there's issues with this, but the McCain level Republican that would kind of understand where we are in a country and be a true conservative and in the sense that like you want to protect the Constitution and not vote for the party who is like hell bent on ripping it up in front of our eyes. And I think that there's some value in that.
Yeah, and I do just want to say that there is the other issue of like, if someone showed up to the polls for the last 10 years and never voted for Trump but voted Republican down ballot, they're just as culpable, unfortunately. Right now, Trump is the obvious problem. He's the obvious face on a lot of the problem. But the only reason he's able to do everything that he's able to do is because of all the Republicans in Congress allowing him to get away with it. They could stop this right now if they wanted to, and they're not. They don't
I think we're just going to restart. Let's just restart.
Sorry.
Bye.
We'll see you in a minute.
See you in just a moment. Yes, Allison, I will respond to that. Thank you for sending that email.